Okay, we got it. Everything's set up properly. This game is not suitable for children or the easily disturbed. It includes depictions of horror elements, human animal violence and death, abuse, abusive relationships, disturbing images, loud noises, flashing images, lights, and more. Individuals suffering from anxiety, depression, and certain fears, phobias, may not have a safe experience playing this game. For full list of content trigger warnings, go to About section in the game's main menu. Please take care of yourself. I could just close the game and say I didn't take it home with me. Okay, anyway. Oh, it's one of these games. God, I have to read. I'm so bad at reading. We all know how good I am at English. I'll mess up every third word. You're not something a great day as usual. Oh, I screwed it up already. You're not having a great day as usual. Oh, great. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. But in the middle of your walk, it starts to rain. Typical, but maybe this is just a sign that you should have stayed home today. Wait, that was a question. I didn't say it right. No, see, terrible at English. Yeah, you can't. I am going to lose my mind. You say that, but I just said can't instead of can. You can always try again tomorrow, right? You turn your head. You turn to head home when meow. You see a cat and you slap it and walk away because that cat looks like it's cursed. But, huh? What was that? I heard a meow over there in the corner somewhere in the dark alley where there might be 30 monsters. Wait, there was? Was I too focused on making jokes that I didn't hear the meow? Oops. I am sorry about that. I didn't know there was such great meowing voice acting. Yeah, that stuff. There are only a few people around on the street. Makes sense due to the increase of missing persons. What? Around the area recently. Well, that and the weather would get me so fast with a meow track. Oh, but none of them react to the sound at all. I am going down the dark alley. Guys, I'm gonna be murdered. I can't accept this. What maniac would be like, oh, I heard a meow down here. This is definitely a good spot to get killed today. Curiosity. It is out of curiosity. Oh my god. Curiosity guiding your steps. You follow that sound to the entrance of a dark. I'm not even reading anymore. A dark, dingy alleyway. I'm going to die. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward. Uh huh. This is definitely the plot of a murder already. The ground dampened by the rain makes your steps sound louder and more confident than you actually feel. I'm confident. There is no way I'm walking out of this alleyway. I hear a meow. That was only one, by the way. Where's the second meow? It only meowed once. Why is there two meows here? You didn't hear the meowing? Oh, it's because I had the game so lowered because of it was because I was playing Rootman and Rootman had such loud audio for no reason. So this game is so quiet, so it did. Man, Rootman just did not accept it. By the way, you couldn't change the audio for Rootman. physically impossible. Okay, back to reading. Finally, the sound source comes into view in the cold. Wait a minute, can I go back? I can! I can just do this. Guys, I'm spamming cat. I fixed it. There, you can get your meows infinitely now, right, Maddie? Okay. Okay, enough of that. The ground dampened by the rain makes your steps sound louder. Huh? Finally, the sound source comes into view in the cold, dim light of the alley. There we go. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box, there is a demon. Slap it, get out of there, and leave the situation behind. It's a cat. Huh. Guess that should have been obvious. It sounded like a cat, so I think it was a cat. But, you know, it's probably a demon, but... It's an interesting looking cat. It's pure black, by the way, which means we actually are unlucky. We are cursed now because we have stumbled on a pure black cat's path. It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold amongst the dark sea of its black fur. It puts its paws up on the edge of the box and looks up at you. And you... Where did I get this voice acting? So cute. Oh, I'm gonna pass out. What this cat's name is? Well, I'm gonna call it Fluffball McGee because that's all it is. And it definitely knows it. You've never had much of an opinion one way or another, but cats. Cats are cats. But if they are all like this one, it's a shock they haven't already found a way to rule the world. I'm gonna get murdered by this cat. You don't think you'd mind bowing down to a feline overlord? You look around the alley with a small frown. Whoop. You look... Yeah, a small frown. Who leaves cats in cardboard boxes these days anyway? Wouldn't they just jump out and leave the box eventually? Why are you still in this box, little kitty cat? The cat doesn't answer you. Obviously. It also doesn't do as you suggest and leave the box. It's just looking at you, as if waiting for you to make the next move. I'm good, thanks. See you later. With a sigh, you take a decisive step back and walk away. As cute as the cat is, you really can't afford to be taking in a pet on a whim. Rent's coming up soon, and your job doesn't exactly leave you rolling in dough. You give the cat a sad nod. Sorry, good luck out there, okay? You turn around and leave the cat in the alley behind. Rain's picking up. Time to head home. Ending Nyata fool. Oh, worth it. Okay, I did it. I beat the game super fast. Wasn't even an hour long. Okay, let's go back in. Okay, little kitty cat. We got some talking to do now. I'll take it home. I didn't want to skip it. You know what? You reach into the box and pick up the cat, holding it out in front of you. Why not? You're all alone, and well, I'm kind of in the same boat myself, so you bring the cat close. You didn't realize it was shivering until just then, but it slowly breathes easier as it presses into your chest. Why not stick together, right? At least for a little while. You think a little while will probably be more like a day. You'll be responsible and take it to a shelter tomorrow, but for now, let's get you out of the rain, okay? You stop by a small local pet store for some cat food, then head back home. You live in a modest apartment. One bedroom, one bathroom. One you living alone in it. So it feels weird having another living being inside of after so long. Even if it is just a cat. AAA, a new cowboy ad that's about Cash App and canceling cards and the Amazon Prime. After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you watch for a moment as it curiously explores the new environment. Leaving the feline to its own devices, you set about making the both of you some dinner. You take out a can of cat food and open it with the tab on the top. You put some cat food on a saucer and click your tongue to call the... I'm going to click my tongue? Stuff like that? To call the cat over to you. It perks up at the beckoning and rushes over. It looks at the plate of food. And completely ignores it. How hungry you, huh, I guess? You try not to let it annoy you, as it steals your steak from your fridge and eats it, devours the whole thing, bone and all. And then, it also goes through your fridge and steals your ice cream. Wait, why is ice cream in your freezer? Or, I mean, why is the ice cream not in your freezer? Ah, we'll never know. But after that, it decides to go back in your fridge and steal... What's that? An entire bottle of 2-liter Coke! Holy shoot, this cat's crazy! Okay, anyways. The cat doesn't understand the concept of money and to appreciate that you spent your hard-earned cash on it. It's just a cat after all. I'll just leave it here if you get hungry later, okay? The cat rubs his body against your leg with a purr. You smile. That's enough of a thanks for you. It follows you into the kitchen as you start on your own dinner. You decide that you have enough ingredients for a sandwich. It's going to steal my sandwich. Oh my god. Bread toasted, mayo and mustard spread, turkey and cheese and lettuce perfectly placed, tomato slice. Ow! What the fuck? You wince as you cut your finger on the knife while slicing a tomato. What kind of irresponsible tomato slicing are you doing? I have never sliced my finger on anything remote to a tomato, a onion, anything. Stupid. You feel a little embarrassed for such a blunder and tossing the knife onto the cutting board. Yeah, you should be, don't be so right. I was not reckless, I swear. You're about to head to the bathroom for a bandage when the cat hops up onto the counter and starts eating your soul. Okay, anyway. It sniffs the knife and meows almost pointedly at you. Don't worry, I'm alright. It was just an... It bites you. You watch as the cat starts to... lick your blood. Lick lightly, but enthusiastically at the blood on the knife. Oh my god. At your blood. It wants to eat you. You're so shocked that by the time you come to your senses, the knife has been completely licked clean. The cat sits back, staring at you. You feel a little uneasy. Sure, cats are meat-eating predators, but That was a little weird, right? Sure, you're no cat expert, but that was definitely not something an ordinary cat would do, right? Right? Well, regardless, you're not about to abandon a cat in need while it's still raining outside. Not after all your effort. You were going to take it to the shelter tomorrow anyway. What's one night of awkwardness? Weird or not, it's just a cat. It's a demon. The rest of the evening, unfortunately, goes downhill from there, and the cat summons some weird army of cats to invade your house and then just completely devour your face. I don't know. Even after covering up your fingers cut with a bandage, the cat keeps trying to lick at the... Oh no, while you're eating your sandwich, while you're cleaning up the kitchen, while you're trying to watch TV, you gently push it away every time, but you're starting to get worried at the strange behavior. What if it's got a taste for your blood and thinks you're food now? You're not sure what you'll do if it starts to get more aggressive. You keep thinking about the cat food sitting in the corner, untouched. Come on, enough already. You shove it away a little more forcefully this time, out of annoyance. You feel bad immediately, but before you can do anything, the cat meows sharply at you and dashes off around the corner and into the hall. You sigh deeply. At this point, you're just worried that it's going to take a bite out of you in your sleep. Maybe a vet will have an idea on how to calm it down. You can only hope. You don't have many other options left other than tossing the cat out in the rain. After finding the number of the local vet, you pick up your landline. The lights just went out. This cat is going to kill me. Great, just great. Rain must have knocked... No. There is no way the rain knocked out the power. That cat's going to come after me. That cat's going to eat my... Well, since I know it's not going to eat my soul, it's going to eat my hand. Check your cell phone only to find out that it's out of batteries. What a coincidence that my batteries are just dead. Okay, anyways. Must have forgotten to charge it before leaving out earlier. The outing had been so spur of the moment that it had no doubt messed with your usual routine. You grab a flashlight and turn it on. It's quiet. It's too quiet. Who says that? This is just a plot for a murder. Come on, man. Oops. What you be it? I don't know what's going to happen. Oh well. Did the rain stop? But then, why did the power go out? Because the cat. You look outside. The sky is pitch black. What time is it? You turn to check the clock. I knew it. The cat's a demon. The cat sits on top of your digital clock staring at you. Thinking now, you realize the clock shouldn't be working at all with the power outage, but the numbers are lit up and going completely haywire. The cat stares at you. It's completely still. You'd think it was a statue if you didn't know any better. It's not giving off any indication that it's alive. It's not blinking. It's not even breathing, but its eyes. It reads, help, kill, 666-444-333. It also says 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock. It says 12, 1. Gotta be another one. Maybe not. Maybe it's just 12 and 1 o'clock. So it's help, kill, 1, 12, 666-444-333. Got it. Outright. This isn't normal. You're afraid. You want to run, but you're afraid of letting the cat out of your sight. You consider tossing the cat out after all. I consider punching the cat if it's a cursed demon like this. But as soon as the thought enters your head, you feel a sharp urge to vomit. Those eyes. Its eyes hold you still. When you even with your flashlight trained on it, its pupils are large, round inky. Oh, oh, oh! Hooper, what do you think about the situation? I need an owl to go and take down that bird. I need an owl to take down that cat. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say about that. That cat right there. Take him down. He probably ate the eggs. I don't know. What a change from a weird game that took like like 2 minutes to a game like this. You're a burrowing owl? Aw, man, I was hoping for an attack owl. Okay. The flashlight flickers. The flashlight's out. I am dead. This game's supposed to be like what? Oh no, it's 12 o'clock. And the cat is gone. Fear immediately grips your mind. The silence punctuated with the rapid pumping of blood in your heart is overridden as your ears slowly start to pick up the sound of static all around you. How is the clock working with no power? You don't know why such a question makes or matters at the moment, but you feel as if having the answer will make sense out of everything that's happening. That order will be restored, but no answer comes to mind. You back away from the clock and feel as if the air itself coils tightly and abruptly in response, like a predator prepared to pounce. But wait, waiting for your next move. But you're afraid to move. You're afraid to even take a breath. But you can't stay still forever, right? Whatever is watching you, you can already feel its impatience. It's too eager. You don't know how you know this, but you can sense it as clearly as if it had whispered, "Let's play." Right into your ear, right into your soul. It won't let you wait it out. Not that you could even if it did. You can't stay here. You have to run. With this thought, its sudden, primal instinct awakens within you, making you tear yourself into a hasty burst of movement, of action. But you're still weak from the fear's grip on your mind. Your legs tangle together under you in your haste, and you fall to the ground. Ow! A sharp pain explodes in the center of your foot. At first, you think you've broken your ankle, but something warm and wet trickles down the length of your foot, pulling underneath it. You hear the sound of metal scraping on tiles after skidding across the floor, as if it had been kicked. Oh shoot! The freaking cat stabbed me in the ankle. What the fuck? Winded from your fall, you look up in a daze and see the object glinting in a strange light coming from the outside. The light pouring in from you now open front door. Thoughts of how, when, who, what in regards to your inexplicable opened door screech to a halt as your brain finally identifies the metallic object you've been staring at. It's your kitchen knife, and it's still tainted red from your earlier blunder, but no, that's not right. Wasn't it completely licked clean by the You gulp dryly at the pain in your foot. You barely have the time to wonder how the knife ended up on the floor to be stepped on, instead of resting on your cutting board in the kitchen where you'd left it. When you spy something in the darkness just beyond the knife, it spies right back at you. A pair of glowing golden eyes come forward as the cat emerges from the shadows into the light from your doorway. It pads lightly over to the knife, as if skipping in delight, and bends down to lap it at the blood dripping from the blade. Ah, your senses slowly begin to overwhelm you. The chill of the air as it starts to suffocate you under its weight. The sound of your shaky breaths, discordant against the static now piercing your skull. The dryness of your tongue spreading to your throat. The incomprehensible sight of the stray you'd taken in, licking away at your kitchen knife, once again completely clean. The scent of blood from the fresh wound on your foot. Blood? Golden eyes slide up to you as if in response to your sudden realization. Blood. You're hurt. Your foot is bleeding. You're bleeding. You're bleeding. The cat barely moves, shoulders twitching as if it just considering the act of pouncing forward. But you're already on your feet and out the door. You run, or rather limp, down the empty street. The sky is black and bleeding red, but there's a strange light emitting from nowhere that casts everything else in white. The house, the trees, the road, even you. Everything. Except your blood. You just barely glimpse the bloody imprints your injured foot leaves in your wake with every impact it makes with the ground. It hurts. It hurts. But you can't stop. You don't stop. Not when the shadows grow around you. Not when you feel the gaze of eyes all over you. Not when the road ahead of you is darkened by a long shadow of something behind you. Even then, you don't stop running because if that's the cat right there ahead of you, then what in the world is behind you? Huh? Interesting. How very, very interesting. Ending 0, it begins. You're walking. Right, of course. It's the first time in a while that you've felt like going out. And you're actually glad that you did. The weather is absolutely perfect today. Huh? That's a good sign, right? Maybe your luck is finally starting to turn around. You tentatively allow yourself to feel excited for the possibilities of where you could go or what you could do. Welcome to the game? Oh no. Maybe even who you could meet. You're so deep in thought that You almost miss it. Huh? What was that? Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a lonely alleyway. The sunlight just manages to reach down in between the tall buildings on either side. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward, the loose gravel and scattered debris on the ground softening your steps. Finally, the sound source comes into view in the warm, almost ethereal light of the alley. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box, is a cat. Huh, guess you should have been obvious. Or I guess that should have been obvious. It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shining like gold amongst the stark sea of its black fur. It puts its paws in front of the edge of the box and looks up at you. So, you look so familiar, right? Then again, it is a cat. Not many different ways for a standard black cat to look, after all. This one sure is a cutie, though. Just look. It's not glaring at you or hissing at you for getting this close like other stray cats have in the past. It's just sitting there, patiently, waiting for you to do something. Sadly, as cute as the cat is, you never take this thing home with you. You just can't take it home with you. You're a responsible adult. You are. With rent and bills to pay for, not to mention you need to buy food to survive too. There's no way you could care for a cat long term, right? You barely afford this little outing on your day off. What to do? You are not ready. You don't think it's a good idea to get the cat's hopes up of having someone to look after it if you're not willing to commit? What if it gets attached and somehow tracks you down back to your home? What if it attached... Hold up. You never get away from it then? Alright, see you around, I guess. Stand up, the cat watching you every move. You make it halfway out the alleyway when the cat meows almost pitifully at you. Ignore. Nope. You need to nip this in the bud and get on with your day. It's what's best for the both of you. Leave the alley and continue your way. Wait, what was I doing? In all the excitement of dealing with your furry dilemma, you've forgotten that you still hadn't decided on what you were going to do for your furry day off. Wait, what? We're gonna go to the carnival. Spend the day at the carnival. Ferris wheel, roller coaster, ferro boat, rides you've been on before, hoops, coin toss, balloon darts, games you played before, funnel cake, popcorn, cotton candy, food you've eaten before, all things you enjoyed before. You're surrounded by groups of people all having fun together, laughing, playing, eating, taking pictures, making memories. Then there's you. The sun hasn't started to set yet. Still high in the sky, but it will soon. You start to wonder if maybe you should have gone home for the day. When you stop in your tracks, you see something new. An attraction you've never seen before. A maze of funhouse mirrors? That doesn't sound like something you would have seen before in the middle of a carnival. It sounds... Music is loud. Oh yeah, I see. Well, you see, I don't know the perfect setting for this one. Kind of lame, honestly. There isn't even a line to get in. But then, what else is there to do? Enter the maze. A few rooms in and you notice that the mirrors aren't all weird. Some just show you looking back at yourself. A little bored, a lot tired, and so very, very... Maybe this was a mistake. Why did you think going into a maze of mirrors was a good idea? Even if it was something new to experience. I can't do this today. Turn around and head back the way you came. Only to bump into a mirror. Ow, what the... Where's the exit? Try again, only to find another mirror blocking your way. By the time you're all turned around, you've realized that the way you came in is completely gone. Okay, don't panic. I just have to go... Keep going forward, right? Step through the only opening you can find and nearly trip over something on the ground. Bend down and pick it up. What's this doing here? In your hands rests a worn-looking flashlight. Curious, you flick it on. Huh, the light doesn't seem to work. The cat's gonna screw me over again. I can't believe it. Crap, the lights. Did the power go out, or did the attraction operator forget you were in here? How long have you been in here, actually? Pull out your phone to check the time or maybe call the police. Dead. Yep. You grip the flashlight in your hand. The light is emitting earlier was dim enough for you to know there's probably not that much juice left. But to reserve it for a worst case scenario and feel your way out. Yeah, you can do this. You take a calming breath. Well, forward we go. Hello, darling adventurer. Who said that? Welcome to the Mirror Maze. Would you like to know how to navigate the maze? I don't even know you. No, but I have some questions. No, but I have some questions. This game is way too easy. This game is too hard. Can you turn off the flash, please? Can you let me go? I'm ready to play. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, next room. Ooh, what was that? Just wait. And you see it. The exit. You run forward, but as you do, the scenery shifts. Just slightly at first. But you're running too fast to stop yourself from colliding into the glass. Do it on hard mode. Except, you don't quite go into the glass. You don't exactly collide with it either. You simply pass through it. And on the other side, you see the endless white void and... yourself? Dozens of you. Hundreds of you wandering around. Aimless, faceless, and empty. So empty and listless. They don't even acknowledge your presence. You try to turn back, but the glass doesn't give. Past the glass is a cat. A familiar black cat walks up and looks at you. You think it meows at you. You can't make it out the sound. It tilts its head, then walks away. The glass goes dark. Then you watch helplessly as it disappears completely. You're trapped. With only yourself as company. Ending 19, you beat the maze. So if I continue and then skip. Do not take it home. Skip. Leave cat. Skip. Ignore. Skip. Carnival. Skip. Enter the maze. Skip. Nobody asking questions. This game is way too easy. Is that so? There. All done. Wait, what did you do? You'll see. This game is too hard after saying this game's too easy. Watch it be, like, impossible. Oh, there's a timer. I see. Room feels off, just wait. I think something just changed. Whoa! Oh my god, it's trying to psych you out. Even on hard mode, it's easy. I still got ending. Now fail the maze? Aww. What happens if I fail it? Do I have to fail it on hard mode? Do I have to fail the maze on hard mode? Any mode? Okay, do not take you home. Leave the cat. Ignore. Go to the carnival. Enter the maze. Skip. Ow. Not that way. Ow. Not that way. Ow. Not that way. Is it just like a I died ending? Suddenly, the lights turn on. Your eyes burn from the sun brightness. As your vision adjusts, you see that you're completely surrounded by mirrors. The reflections all grotesque in unique ways, but nothing like you. But they do look hungry. You back up. You don't know where to go. Was there even a way out to begin with? You bump back into a mirror and feel a hand firmly grip your shoulder. Chomp. Gah! There's a sharp pain in your other shoulder. You rip away and look back to see something leaning out of the mirror. Its face has no features, save for a large gaping mouth stained in your blood. Looking around in a panic, you think that the mirrors feel closer than before. The path you've come in from is long gone. You're surrounded, and every time you blink, you could swear the mirrors were getting closer and closer and closer. Your horrifying reflection looking hungrier and hungrier and hungrier. Ending 20. You failed the maze. I'll take you home. Well, why not? Right? Take a suggestion, and sometimes you might not want to skip dialogue at the very beginning sometimes. It'll be nice when you get something different. I'll let you know when. You barely reach out your arms before the cat eagerly leaps into them, climbs up into your shoulders. It butts its head into your temple, nuzzling against it. Ugh. You can't help but smile at the cat's enthusiasm. Let's get you out of here, okay? Yeah? On the way home, you briefly consider getting cat food. But that would be a waste of time. You shrug at the odd feeling and move on. You live in a modest apartment. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. One you live alone in. So it feels weird having another living being inside of it after so long. Even if it is just a cat. After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you wait for it to walk away and explore the new environment. But it simply sits and looks up at you expectantly. Like what? Pet the cat. Now every day you have access to a cute, fluffy animal. What else is there but to do? What else is there to do but pet it to your heart's content? You sit on the floor of your living room and click your tongue to call the cat over. Ugh, the cat dashes over to you, immediately climbing into your lap. Poor thing, you just want some attention, don't you? Alright. You carefully pet the cat. A rub behind the ear, scratch under the chin, a smooth sweep along the back. Good. Keep putting the cat in your lap, enjoying this bonding time together. But the cat starts to get restless after a while. Keep petting. Not quite ready to stop. You feel so calm, and the repetitive action soothing your usual overworking mind. You keep petting. Cat leans away from your next head pat. It's trying to get out of your lap. Keep petting. When you scratch under the cat's chin, it bites your finger. You might be bleeding, but really, it barely hurts. More of a warning than anything. The cat struggles in your hold. It's watching you closely. Keep petting. You keep petting the cat. They just ripped my finger off. The cat bites off your finger. It hurts. You're definitely bleeding now. But, for some reason, you just can't stop. You don't know what it is. Its fur is so much softer than you realize. You'd think that it would be shining in the faint light of your living room, but it's as if the darkness of the cat's black coat is sucking in all the illumination around it, rendering it completely null. You're drawn to it, like you're somehow holding a deep, dark abyss right in your lap. Seems calmer now, munching on your severed finger. The stump between your thumb and middle finger is leaking. But you keep petting. You fret that your blood will run or ruin its fur, but the cat no longer seems to mind. Time passes. Dark out now. Soft as the fur is, your palm has started to feel raw and damp under the constant friction from your petting. You think faintly that maybe you've had enough. You start to lift your hand from the cat when it cut my hand off. The bitch. Your entire hand is separate from your wrist. It flops onto your lap beside the cat. The cat's claw on its front right paw, glistens with crimson liquid. You don't feel it for a moment, but your body tenses, anticipating the pain as you blankly watch the cat lick at the bloody palm of your severed hand. It hurts. It really, really hurts. Then, the cat looks up at you, and you feel compelled to keep petting. You're reluctant, but you are also afraid of what will happen if you don't heed the call. What will you lose next if you try to resist again? You were hurt for your insistent petting earlier, yet now you've been hurt for trying to stop. It defies all logic, but that's what scares you. There's no reason with such fickle whims. You feebly try to raise your uninjured hand to pet the cat, but it stiffens, golden eyes glinting dangerously. Well, alright then. Raise your bleeding stump and resume petting to the best of your ability. You pet. And you bleed. You pet. And you bleed. You pet. And you bleed. You pet. And you... Personal boundaries. Wait, hold on. Endings. We have It Begins, complete. Something happened, you think, anyway. You can't really remember what. We have Ending 7, boundaries. Knowing how to take no for an answer is an important life lesson. Ending 19, you beat the maze. Whoa, you can beat the maze on hard mode? Holy cow, you're a real gamer, aren't you? Awesome gamer. Ending 20, you failed the maze. Better luck next time. Holy crap, I got the awesome gamer reward. Good lord, there's so many endings. I have 4 of 40. Wait. Okay, this is still the same. Wait a second. Never take this thing home with you. Leave cat. Feed the cat? No, not yet. Not yet. Actually, you know what? We can feed the cat. Feed cat. Cat must be hungry, right? You can't imagine that it's had much to eat if it's so attached to this box it's in. Though it doesn't exactly seem malnourished either. Surely it must have left the box to search for food then. For some reason, something in the back of your mind tells you that's not the case, and not to think on it any further. Well, either way, you can't exactly enjoy your day out knowing that you left behind a hungry cat. March of Giants. Especially when you could have done something to help. So, what to do about a hungry little kitten? You dig into your pockets. Find a piece of string in your left pocket, not very helpful. The string is far too short. An eager and excited cat leaping for it could easily lead to you getting bitten and scratched. In your right pocket is a bar of chocolate. You find a chocolate bar? Is it? Nope. Not even expired. Quite the find indeed. Cats shouldn't eat chocolate. Shouldn't. You're about to offer it to the cat. And suddenly you're hit with guilt as you remember something gut-curdling. Chocolate is toxic to cats. Oh my gosh, I'm so... You resist the urge to vomit at your near mistake. You feel so guilty, you throw the chocolate bar away into a nearby trash bin. An almost cat killer doesn't deserve chocolate. You go back to the cat and barely able to stand its innocent, oblivious expression. It doesn't even know that you almost... I, I'm so sorry. I don't even know what to say. You're a horrible person. You know what? Stay there. I'll be right back. Leave the alley. Return with a whole fish you bought at a nearby grocery shop. It was a bit pricey, but it was the least you could do. The cat eagerly accepts your offering, munching happily at the fish after you placed it in the box. This is just a weird guy. You want to smile at the sight, but you just feel so awful. Sorry again. Cat seemingly pays you no mind as you slip back out of the alley. Not feeling like you deserve a peaceful day out, you decide to just go back home. That doesn't sound right. On the way home, you notice more cats than usual watching you from their hiding spots, but you try not to think about it. You can't help but wonder if they know what you nearly done. But it's not like you meant to hurt anyone. Right? Finally reach your apartment building. You're about to unlock the door when you look behind you, only to see dozens of cats standing there, looking at you. Did they see you feeding the cat in the alley and thought that you had more food for all of them? I'm sorry, I don't have any more food for you. None of them move an inch. You're starting to feel a little unnerved when finally a single cat pushes its way to the front end. Oh, it's you. Oh, it's held carefully between its teeth is a chocolate bar you'd thrown away earlier. It places the chocolate bar down in front of it before looking back up at you. All the cats look up at you. You can feel their judgment. Feel your sins weighing down heavily on your back. But without the money to buy enough food for all of them, you don't know what to do. I would just go inside. You decide to cut your losses and head inside. Your sins weigh you down, are weighed down on you, but you're only human. What more can you do? Jeez. Try to ignore the yowling of the neighborhood cats as you go about your chores. Consider preparing dinner, but how could you enjoy it knowing how hungry those poor cats outside are? The ones you've wronged. You decide to take a bath and go straight to bed without dinner. A fitting punishment for someone like you. You forgot the fancy bath bubbles because you don't deserve them and sink into the water with a sigh. Your mind races, but you can't really think of any immediate solution that doesn't require more money. You wish there was anything you could do to make things right. Suddenly, your legs start to feel really itchy. You try to lift one of to see what's going on, but what rises out of the water isn't a pair of legs. It's it's a fishtail. Oh no, they're gonna eat him. You start to feel you feel dizzy at the sight. Maybe you're hallucinating from the stress. You try to climb out of the tub to cool your head, but instead of your hand rising up to brace itself, a wet fin stretches out to plop on the rim. It's too weak to hold your weight, and you're so startled by the sight that you slip and smack your head on the side of the bathtub, passing out almost immediately. You're awake. You think, anyway. You open your eyes and you're underwater? You must have slid beneath the surface of the bathwater. You gasp instinctively, except not really. A bubble simply floats out of your mouth, up, up, up to the surface. You're broke as heck, so you know that your bathtub isn't that big. Did you shrink? But how? And even if there were a reasonable answer, it wouldn't explain how you haven't drowned yet. You swim to the edge of the of the tub and see the truth in your shadow's silhouette. You've been turned into a fish. This is impossible. You don't get any time to ponder over this unfortunately because just then, a shadow looms over you from above. You look up and see the cat peers down at you from beyond the water's surface. And then you realize this is the answer. This is how you're meant to atone. The heavy heart. You swim up to the surface. The cat scoops you up, tossing you out of the tub and onto the bathroom tiles. As you flop around, gasping for air or water, you realize the cat wasn't alone. Dozens of hungry eyes peer down at you. You can hear the yowling of what sounds like hundreds of cats outside of your bathroom window. You send one last look to the cat before closing your eyes and accepting your fate. As the cats descend upon you, tearing at your flesh, you find yourself mourning the fact that you're not even big enough to feed all of them. Even in the end, you couldn't properly atone. Your efforts, your life, all of it, amounted to nothing. Ending 25 at seafood sacrifice. You kindly feed some poor hungry cats a fish. How nice of you. Is hilarious and unnerving sometimes. We're gonna do check pockets again. Skip. In your right pocket is a bar of chocolate. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. You find a bar of you find a chocolate bar. Is it? Nope, it's not even expired. Quite the find indeed. You're about to offer to the cat. You suddenly hit with guilt as you remember something gut-curdling. Toxic cats. You're a horrible person. Yeah, it's looking the same. Beg for forgiveness. You collapse to your knees and bow down low as you start to earnestly beg for their forgiveness. I'm so sorry, I swear. I'd do anything to make it up to all of you, but you're out of options. Suddenly, you feel something stir in your stomach and swim its way up to your throat, closing off your airway as it tries to force its way out of your esophagus. Are you about to cough up a fish? It finally succeeds with aid from your helpless gagging. Blah. What the? Lying on the ground in front of you is a fish. Is a flopping fish. You just threw up a living fish. What the hell? The cats come rushing forward, all tearing hungrily at the fish. You're Happy to finally be of help. Truly. But how? Throw up another fish. And another. And another. And another. Your stomach hurts. You're getting dizzy. You fall to your knees. Tears and snot are streaming down your face by the time you cough up a final tiny bloody fish and collapse forward. Your throat and stomach both burn in a way that feels dangerous. You start to fade out. Despite the pain, you strangely feel a more overwhelming sense of hopeful pride that you've made up for your disgusting actions, that you've been forgiven. The sound of happy cats munching away at their fish fills your ears. Then, they gave me a chocolate bar. You feel something being nudged in your hand. It feels like it's a bar of chocolate you found in your pocket. You smile weakly. You successfully atone, but you don't really have the strength to eat your reward. Sadly, the last taste in your mouth as you leave this mortal coil doesn't get to be that of chocolate, but raw fish. 24. Fishing for pardon. Silly you! Chocolate is bad for cats! But you know that, didn't you? I can do one more ending. Wait a minute. Look around the area. You glance around the dark, dingy alley and only see garbage bags, trash bins, empty cardboard boxes, and scattered litter here and there. If there were something for the cat to eat, surely it would have found it by now, right? But you don't want to just give up so easily. You keep looking. And look. You look and only see garbage. You sniff and only smell garbage. You listen. Scritch, scritch. You just barely make out the sound of a faint scurrying by a trash bin a few feet away. Quietly, oh so quietly, you creep over to the bin and you lunge. You weren't very graceful in your attempt. You stumbled and knocked over a stack of nearby boxes full of more trash. But as you stand up, grasped in your hand is a small mouse. The mouse squeaks and shrieks in distress, wriggling and struggling desperately in your grip. You're holding it too tightly and carefully for it to be able to bite or scratch you, though. It wears itself out eventually and looks up at you with black eyes. It's completely at your mercy. Are you sure? You can hear the cat's stomach growling. Must be so hungry. Must be starving. You know the cat is hungry. Why are you hesitant? You caught prey for the cat's sake, didn't you? Are you really going to value the life of a filthy rodent more than a cat's? Oh, that one gave me the chills. Ooh, that one made me look around. That one freaked me out a little bit. Ooh. I've got quite a few cats, but none of them are this fucking freaky. Bleh. You're mocking me, aren't you? Last chance. Hand over the prey. Now. Uh-huh. You let the mouse go. Scurries away, squeezing into a tiny hole in the wall. But you don't pay it much mind. You don't flinch as a giant clawed paw slowly falls in front of you, blocking your path to the alley's entrance. Not that you had any delusions about escaping. The cat is hungry after all. You close your eyes in acceptance as the paw gently pulls you back, and back, and... in 26, life spared. That one... You decided not to feed the poor, hungry cat a helpless mouse, meaty. Go, let's go and feed it. Never take this, yeah, never take this thing home with you. Okay, I'm gonna do one more feeding the cat. Look around, skip. Feed the mouse. The mouse looks scared, as if it can sense your intentions. It weakly starts to struggle again. The mouse is reluctant. You feed the mouse to the cat. The cat tears it apart instantly. The mouse's pain squeaks and squeals pierce through you until they abruptly cut off. Satisfied, the cat meows happily at you, red tinting its fangs. The cat curls up in its now blood-stained box and goes to sleep. You take the chance to leave. A well-fed cat will likely follow you home after all. And cute as the cat is, you really can't afford a pet right now. Still feeling a little guilty about the mouse, you decided to go home. After a long walk home, you finally enter your apartment. You head straight to your room and collapse on your bed, falling into a fitful sleep. Later, you wake up. Scritch, scritch. To squeaking and scurrying noises all around you. So loud and constant, they sound like screams in the darkness of your room. You see the shifting shadows of hundreds of mice surrounding your bed. You try to run. But you cry out as twin laces of pain race up your legs. You fall off the bed in your attempt to escape. The hordes of mice dodging you as you crash to the ground. You can't stand up. Looking back and squinting into the darkness. Looking back and squinting in the dark, you just about make out the source of your pain. The flesh and tendons of your heels and ankles are mangled, bitten through your socks. No No, leave me alone. Desperate, you crawl with your only your arms towards the door. The mice descend upon you, biting into your skin, gnawing away pieces of you. You start to fade in and out of consciousness, but you still reach up for the doorknob. Your arm heavy, weighing you down by the mouth, clinging to it with little claws and tiny teeth. You manage to jostle the knob enough for the door to slowly swing open. Lock. But your outstretched arm suddenly falls to the ground lifeless. The mice manage to chew through the flesh and bone of your now dismembered limb. As a few mice creep forward, curiously inspect your arm. You stare blankly at it for a moment before sliding your gaze up. In the newly opened doorway sits a familiar-looking mouse. It stares at you. Darkness in its beady black eye. Can't begin to measure their depth. Nor the hatred pouring out from within them. All of it. Aimed at you. You collapse, head hitting the floor as your other arm is eaten away as well. You're not sure how you're still conscious. The pain should be indescribable. And yet, you still feel a cold sense of loss. The mice have clustered along your back now, gnawing and ripping their way between your shoulder blades, into your back, into your chest. You weakly cough up blood. They must have damaged something important. You feel something being pulled out of you. And in between the moments that blankets of darkness fade out of your vision, you hear something wet plop on the ground in front of you. Pry your eyes open and see it in front of the mouth. Your heart, weirdly shaped red with your blood and pulsing. And oh, that's your heart, isn't it? The other mice all descend upon it, abandoning your half-eaten body. You're losing a lot of blood. You feel sleepy, but you also feel anger. Yes, so much anger. How dare they? How dare they? The last thing you see before your vision fails you is a pair of glowing eyes leering in from the darkness beyond the doorway. You can hear squeaks and shrieks of terror all around you. Low yowls, deep snarls, gnashing teeth, tearing flesh, as your remaining senses leave you. You smile weakly at the last of your strength, when something with soft, slightly damp and sticky fur nuzzles your cheek. Good kitty. 1827, well fed. What's 1827? Cats are supposed to eat mice, huh? Wonder what mice are supposed to eat. Okay. To get this particular ending, you leave the cat, return to the cat, and then leave again. Or you can stay with the cat again, a case of back and forth a bit. Okay, so we're thinking you're walking. Right, of course. First time in a while that you felt like going out. Right, of course you're walking. And you're actually got okay. Nope. Leave cat. Turn back. Aw, how are you supposed to walk away from that? What kind of monster would you be if you could? You sigh a little and walk back to the cat. It looks almost hopeful, its tail swishing faster as it leans up a little more towards you, as if eager for your next move. Leave. Oh, wait. You really can't afford to take the cat home with you. Well, maybe it would be completely impossible. A few extraneous luxuries cut here and there, and you could see things working out, sure. But there's a slight problem with that. Making you waver this whole time. One you simply can't ignore. That problem being that you just can't trust this cat. It sounds ridiculous even in your head. Cats don't require trust to care for. They're incapable of betrayal and deception. Specifically because, like other animals, they only seek out the most basic essentials of living, procreation and comfort. Malice isn't something that could ever logically be applied to them, and yet, you feel it. That behind that gut-wrenching adorable face is something dangerous, and that something brought you here. It called you here. You're a curious person, but even you can't shake the deep, instinctual desire to get away from it. 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 God, you gotta get away from it. Oh no, it's so terrible. Get away from it. Come on, get the fuck away from it. The cat's face looks blank. It's an expression you've seen on many cats before, but something about it feels sharper. Like it's aware of your thoughts and your intention to leave. Ooh, no. And it's daring you to try. You slowly stand up. The cat tracks your movement with its eyes, not bothering to move its head. You don't say a word. You try not to even think. Get away, 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 get away. Get away, get away, get away, get away. Ugh. Though you don't really succeed. Turn around and quickly leave the alley, feeling those sharp eyes on you the whole way. When you get a good distance away, you finally take in deep gulps of air. You feel better now, and there's still plenty of time left to enjoy the day off. As long as you forget everything that just happened. But what to do? Why are the words completely screwed? I'll go watch a movie. It's been a while since... Don't you smile at me, Maddie. This is a curse, I say. It's been a while since a film came out that looked interesting enough for you to drag yourself to a movie theater. But there's a showing of one such film at the old theater. It was a little too niche to be picked up by the new cinema that opened right across the street. That's okay though. Not exactly a fan of the crowds. And nothing ruins the experience of watching a new movie for you more than a noisy audience. I guess. Go to old theater? Eagerly buy your tickets from the kind old man in the booth and head inside. Ah! What the? How did you get back here? Get away from it, get away from it, get away from it, get away from it. God, you gotta get away from it. 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 You just gotta get away from it. You leave the alley quickly. What now? And the day at the carnival, Ferris wheel roller coaster. Taking pictures, making memories. And then there's you. As I said, yeah. Oh no! Enter the maze! You enter the maze. Oh, we're back at the cat. The cat's face looks. Get away from it, get away from it, get away from it. Get away from it, 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 get away from it. Leave the alleyway quickly. What now? Wait, it took away one of the options. Go to the dog park. Decided to take a stroll to the park, in a park or something. The only one within your walking distance for the day is the nearby dog park. You think it'll make you feel better. First, you get to see some cute cat today. Now you get to see a cute dog. Several of them, in fact. The park is bustling with owners and their canine companions. Playing frisbee, fetch, running, jumping, and even napping. Such cuties. Dogs are disgusting. They should all just die. You decide to move on. Dogs are all so adorable. You want to pet every single one of them you come across. But you know not all owners are cool with strangers just walking up and manhandling their pets. Not all dogs appreciate it either. You stroll around the path, trying to exude a welcoming aura that will beckon one of these cute doggies to you. I am behind bushes. I am a freak. I am a monster. You don't have to wait very long. Oh. You stop at the smallest, cutest puppy you've ever seen scampers up to you, blocking your path. Dude, I can't even look at the eyes, man. Pick up the puppy and... Oh, those eyes. I can't. Well, I don't care about the cat's eyes. Come on, that's normal. But that dog... Oh, that's gonna give me nightmares. I rarely get nightmares these days. I have blank voids. The cat's face looks. Get away from it, 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 get away from it. There's one more. I'm sorry, but the freaking dog's face. Go to the new cinema. There are more dogs, cute dogs. Oh, that's not as terrifying. The cat face looks, it's... Get away from it, 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 get away from it. Me. Oh my god. Hey Maddie, what is with your game that you chose? I can barely get scared or from most like horror games these days, and then we have this from you. Wait, haven't you done this before? You feel sick. Looking around, you suddenly realize that, unlike earlier, there isn't a single person in sight. You're alone. Completely alone. Okay, this is a jump scare. So why do you feel like you're being watched right now? You feel your heartbeat start to race. You need to get home. Now. You walk back home, the feeling of eyes on your back getting worse with each step. I clicked outside the game like a dum-dum. By the time you're fumbling with your keys at your door, you're soaked through with cold sweat. Your skin prickles and itches. The heavy gaze you feel might as well be eyeballs physically pressing into your flesh. Sticky and unnatural. You finally get inside and... The weight of relief and the sight that escapes through your lips actually causes you to physically shudder. The horrible feeling from earlier immediately dissipates as if it was never there. In the wake of its departure, you're left shaking and cold in your sweat-soaked clothes, but you're too relieved to care. Exhausted, you mentally pass on the very concept of eating and head straight to your bedroom. You open the door and... Hey, you said there was only one more face. You lied to me. Not again. No. No. You back up in fear. Eyes trained on the cat in its horrifying grin. You need to escape. You need to get out. But if even home isn't safe anymore, where will you go? You risk a glance around and you see that the walls around you have become fleshy and lined with sharp teeth. I'm about to get devoured again. The ground now, a tongue writhing under your feet. In horror, you realize that the alley's entrance is getting smaller and smaller, closing like a mouth. You try to run for the exit. Nowhere to hide, 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 nowhere to hide. But trying to run on the tongue slows your speed significantly as you stumble and trip. No, you watch helplessly as the last sliver of light from the entrance tightens beyond a size you could never hope to squeeze through. As darkness falls over you, you feel the damp humidity of the mouth all around you. The walls of teeth, fangs, take their time closing in, closer and closer, and 2023 feedback loop. Wait, it said 23, right? 23 feedback loop. You try to leave the alley. It doesn't work. You try to leave the alley. It doesn't work. You try to leave the alley. It doesn't work. Or actually, it doesn't. It just doesn't. Nope. It doesn't. Nada. That dog. Why did that dog just terrify the crap out of me? Oh my god. Why, like, the cat's, like, human face, I can understand that. Because, you know, I've seen so much of that type of horror that it's not even scary to me anymore. But that dog one? God, why did the dog freak my brain out? Oh my god. No, that human face on a cat like that. No, I've seen too much of that type of horror. So that won't get me. Not anymore, at least. I've gotten jaded to that type of horror. But that dog, what about that dog just freaks my brain out? It might be the variety of colors. This cat's just being normal. You know, human faces on a cat. Nah, we've seen that before. I mean, that's normal these days. God, if I go back to the dog park, would it just absolutely terrify the crap out? Did I miss something? Hold up. No, it still looks normal. Nope, this is all normal. Okay. Don't take the cat home. Skip. Leave cat. Ignore. Go to the dog park. You decided to take a stroll in the park or something. The only one within walking distance is a nearby dog park. You think it'll make you feel better. First you get to see a cute cat today, and now you'll get to see a cute dog. Several of them, in fact. Park is bustling with owners and their canine companions. Playing frisbee, fetch, running, jumping, and even napping. Such cuties. Whatever. Like you'd want anything to do with these mangy mutts. What's wrong? You didn't think that? Decide to move on. Dogs are all so adorable. You want to pet every single one of them you come across. But you know not all owners are cool with strangers manhandling their pets. Not all dogs appreciate it either. So you stroll around the path, trying to exude a welcoming aura that will beckon one of these cute doggies to you. You don't have to wait very long. Bark. It's the art style. It's the art style. Because it's literally the same picture, just different colors. Art style plus, you know, mismatching textures. Stop as the smallest, cutest puppy you've ever seen scampers up to you, blocking your path. Kick the puppy, kill the puppy, eat the puppy. What the fuck are these options? What the fuck? The cat has possessed my dumb brain. Pick up the puppy. You pick up the puppy. Oh my god, not again. Why? Why? That dog specific. What the fuck? That specific, like, color set, I guess, just freaks me out. Like, again, that human face on a cat, I don't care. But that color palette does not. That shit freaks me out. You're more scared of the puppy dropper. Come on. Terrified, you drop the puppy on the... Oh my god. Practically throwing it from you? How about just leave the park? I'm okay. Wait, what? Yes, leave, leave. Dogs are stupid. And they all deserve it. I can't do that. Oh, no, wait. I thought that was going to be something special. Oh, okay, we'll skip back to where we were. Weird face. I'm not looking at it because I don't want to deal with it again. Terrified, you drop the puppy to the ground, practically throwing it from you. You immediately feel horrible, wincing in guilt at the tiny yelp it releases upon hitting the ground. I'm sorry. I physically can't deal with the owner shoves you aside with a cutting glare and storms away with their puppy. I'm sorry. You call out, but they don't turn back or respond. Not that you expect them to. You deserve it. Wait, what? The hell are you talking about? You're not feeling so great about being at the park at the moment. Maybe you should leave. What if I stay at the park? You stay at the park. You try to calm down by watching all the dogs from afar as you walk along the path. I didn't click it. Huh? Oh, you were timed. Oh my god, I hate it. But every so often, one will run up to you. And when they do, they look wrong. Their owners don't seem to notice. You find a bench and sit down for a quick break, closing your eyes. Maybe. This wasn't the best idea after all. Maybe. You should have stayed with me instead. Broken out of your thoughts when something lands gently on your legs. Or on your lap. You look down and see a frisbee on your thighs. Hey, sorry about that. Can you throw that back? You look up to see the owner waving at you in the distance. But more importantly, bark, bark, bark. A series of excited barks jerks your gaze forward, and you see a large dog sprinting towards you. Oh, that's a German Shepherd. I used to have one. No. No. A series of excited barks jerks your gaze forward, and you see a large dog sprinting towards you. Hey, hurry, and throw it back. Oh, The dog suddenly bounds at you, angry, ferocious. It tears you. Hold up. It tears your limbs from your body. Is that real? You're not feeling so great about being at the park at the moment. Maybe you should leave. I am terrible at these timed events. I'm so sorry. You stayed at the park. Try to calm down and watch all the dogs from afar as you walk along the path. But every so often one will run up to you. You should have stayed with me instead. Are you talking... You're broken out of your thoughts when something lands gently on your lap. Is this the same thing again? Oh, it's the same thing again. Where the heck? Oh no, not again, not again, not again, not again. Where is this little tiny set? Okay, what's up? Hold up, one flying second. I'm gonna do something fancy. I'm gonna go to my Twitch account. Big box that says leave. One moment. Give me one flying second. I am going to my broadcast. And I'm going to do a highlight. I'm going to see... How far away is it? 5 seconds away? God, that's a load. Back up a little bit more. You back up. You back up a little bit more. I physically can't see it, and I'm sitting here just looking at nothing. I'm a big baby who doesn't like this area for some reason. You say, oh, let's go to the dog park, and I'm over here like, I don't like the dog area. I am freaking myself out more than anything. Okay. I need to see. No, I don't want to see that one. I don't like the color palette. Color palette sucks for that. I need to see specifically the one. Okay. Right about here. Mark, jerk your gaze forward, and you see a large dog. This is like a full. It's like a full 4 minutes. Okay. Is this the one where I actually press? Yeah, it is. Wait, what? Am I missing something here? Bark. Am I missing something here? A series of excited barks jerks your gaze forward, and you see a large dog sprinting towards you. Hey, hurry and throw it back. Okay. Oh, I'm blind as hell. Okay, so I'm going to explain why I haven't seen leave, or throw. I had my hand up the entire time, blocking the dog's face, because I was scared of the previous dog's terrifying face. Yes, I have been doing that the whole time. Okay. I was so freaked out by that color palette and the way the dog looks. I did not notice that it's right there. Not even the QuickTime event that's getting me. It's me being ignorant. I'm over here freaking myself out. I'm not paying attention. You throw the frisbee and the dog runs in the opposite direction, jumping and catching it right out of the air. Impressive. The dog and the owner walked up to you. I don't like the dog area. How about that? I actually am visibly freaked out by the fucking dog's color palette. Why? I mean, I was scared they were going to throw that color palette back at me. God damn. Something about it freaks me out visually. That's going to have me that's going to give me nightmares. After this ending. Thanks for that. You can pet him if you want. No, it's going to happen. I can't. I physically can't. I don't like looking at that. No. Dog looks up at you eagerly for its reward of pets and pats for the catching the frisbee. Get that shit out of my face. No. Should I? Pet the dog. I was scared. Are you sure? Really? Really? Are you sure? I'm warning you. Do not touch that mutt, or you will regret it. No. Pet the doggo. Pet the doggo. No. I do not. No. I am not looking at the screen. Nope. Pluh. My poor doggos. I can never look at them again. My poor doggo. My poor Dora. Loki's gonna make me freak out now. Nope, I'm not even gonna look at the computer screen. I'm not gonna look. You have given me a cursed video game where the cats are perfectly fine, but the doggos are just absolutely terrifying. I physically am having a visceral reaction to all of this shit. It is just the doggos. Why? I bet I would still be freaked out. Well, actually not really, because the cats are solid. Says Bunyo's special. Sees him freak out over dogs in weird color palettes. I need to get some water because I clearly am freaking out too much. Okay. You reach out your hand. Oh my god, it's going to do it again. It's going to do it again. You are lying to me. And you pet the dog. Arf arf. The dog seems pleased. You don't feel well. Suddenly, the sky begins to darken rapidly. You look up along with all the pet owners to see that the sun has been eclipsed by the moon in the blink of an eye. You vaguely remember that you should never look directly at an eclipse, but for some reason, you don't look away. A loud piercing meow fills the air, shaking the ground beneath you. You instinctively move to lift your hands in order to shield your ears. But the hand that had been cautiously pressed up upon the dog's head comes away with some resistance. Resistance like sticky slime, almost cementing your hand to the dog's head. Slime stretches with your movement. Now I just feel bad. The dog's head stretches with it, too, as the canine begins to just melt. It melts and melts. No, until it becomes a pile of goo at your feet. You dazedly look around for the dog's owner, only to find an empty pile of familiar clothes where they once stood. You see similar piles of clothes next to piles of goo scattered all across the park's open field. All the dogs, all their owners. The melted goo of the dog in front of you then starts to move with the shudder. It slithers across the grass towards the field in the center of the park, all the other piles of goo following after it. A question, does it matter if I actually did properly hold the first doggo? Or does that affect this in any way, shape, or form? They mix and meld together into a single entity that shifts and undulates and bulges and grows. You watch a dazed horror as it then fills out and shapes itself. Does not affect the ending at all? Damn. Just makes me feel bad, I get it. Into a behemoth of a dog. Snarling and frothing at the mouth. Red eyes frantic and searching. Before the glowing orbs land directly on you. The rumbling growl it emits is so low and deep, you can feel the sound of it crashing into you. Where's the, not leave the park option? Oh well. No. You had your chance. Better start running. You try to run, but you're not fast enough. The behemoth barely takes a few leaps before it's already towering over you. It tears you apart until there's nothing left. 21, dog person. Looking at that picture absolutely gives me the shudders now. Because I know the discolored version of it and I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I will never be able to look at that picture the same. I cannot probably have a beagle again. That's not true. Beagles are adorable. I love them. But in that art style, I will forever be traumatized. I was completely okay with everything else. Like, oh yeah, fish, this. Except for the actual this. Oh. Like, I love the maze. The mazes were cool. This is a nightmare. I don't like this. I have to go back to the park. I think. Isn't there another ending in the park? No, there's not another, so it's all the same. Oh no, it was just leave the park. Oh, okay, good, good. I don't want to go back to the park. Park would just give me... I'm gonna skip and do one more ending. Do not take the cat home. Skip. Leave the cat. Skip. Ignore. Skip. Go to the carnival. Skip. Do something else. There's gotta be a better way to spend your day off than wandering around staring at weird mirrors. Now what? Oh. No, I just wanted to see if that led anywhere. Maddie, I'm trying to experience the game for what I can do. I don't know what else to say. Go watch a movie. It's been a while since a film came out that looked interesting enough for you to drag yourself to the movie theater. But there's a showing of one such film at the old theater. The movie was a little too niche to be picked up by the newer cinema that opened right across the street. That's okay though. You're not exactly a fan of the crowds, and nothing ruins the experience of watching a new movie for you more than a noisy audience. Google the new cinema. You don't know why, but you don't really feel like great about the idea of being alone right now. Deciding to wait for the movie you've been anticipating to be available on DVD or streaming, you join the long line outside the new cinema. By the time you reach the ticket booth, you just want to get inside. So you pick a movie at random and take your ticket from the tired looking teenager managing the booth. The decor is chic and sleek, and the inside is bustling with people. It's not what you're usually into, but it's kinda nice not being alone. Even if you feel a little lonely watching families and groups of friends laughing amongst themselves, you get some popcorn, but the lines at the concession stands are long and the prices are criminal anyways. You go through the halls and follow the signs to the theater designated on your ticket before heading inside. You sigh at the sight of the absolute crowded theater. You head towards the seat only to be told by the person next to it that it's being saved for someone. This happens a few more times before you finally manage to get yourself settled into a seat annoyingly off-centered to the screen. But the screen is at least visible, if not a little too close, so you grit your teeth and bear it. Lights fade out, but the chatter doesn't. The rest of the audience seems content to talk through the commercials and even through the trailers. You figure the chatter will stop when the movie actually begins, but it doesn't get even slightly quieter as the opening scenes start to play out. You... Not thinking anyone would hear you anyway. This is why you avoid movie theaters like the plague. Suddenly the screen changes, showing the face of a black cat. A familiar black cat. Confused murmurs fill the room, but then... the cat on the screen meows. The sound is strange, and not at all like the cat should sound. Haunting, almost melodic, and layered as if made of multiple voices of different creatures. Creatures that would probably never say. You sit in confusion, wondering why you haven't already gotten up and left to complain to the cinema staff. But then you hear it. It's scattered and dissonant at first, but among the crowd, people start to chant along with the cat on the screen. Soon the entire room is chanting in perfect unison, everyone staring intently at the cat on the screen. You're feeling strangely drawn to the screen yourself, but the compulsion to stare blankly like the others isn't that strong for now. Also, start to notice out of the corner of your eye that some of the people in your immediate vicinity are looking at you. No, they're outright staring holes into you as they continue chanting. You don't miss a beat as they slowly begin to frown at you in blatant disapproval. Their scowls deepen as time goes on, as they're getting impatient. I mean, I don't honestly fear the idea of being stared down by a whole crowd. I mean, that guy right there had some problems. Look at his evil face. Look at how mad he is. Everyone else, oh, they're just staring at me. I don't care about that. Try to blend in with the crowd. You're not blending in with this crowd. Sorry, sucker. No way you blend in with this crowd. They're all looking at you. They know you. They know you did something. Try to leave the theater. This is too weird. I need to get out of here. Gathering your courage, or perhaps putting your fear to use, you stand up, fully intending to leave the theater. When everything comes to an abrupt stop. Give me a second. All of the chanting stops, even the cat's chanting on the screen. You tense and risk a glance around the theater. Okay, that's a little creepier though. They're all staring at you. Everyone in this room. Everyone is angry. Every single one of them. They're not moving. They're not even blinking. You swallow. Throat suddenly dry, even though a nervous sweat completely soaks through your clothes. You highly doubt that sitting back down will fix the situation. Your legs are shaking under the audience's unnatural, tense scrutiny. But you force yourself to step forward and forward and forward until you finally reach the end of the aisle. You feel their collective gaze even worse on the staircase. All their heads have turned uncomfortably to the left to look directly at you. The screen illuminates their faces, making clear their blank scowls. They seem even more upset than they had been a minute ago. Identically, frown lines digging between their brows. You keep going, the heavy atmosphere becoming more and more oppressive with every step. You're so tense with anticipation that you fully expect someone to grab at you from behind. But no one does. You don't hear any of them even get up. You exit the theater holding your breath as the doors close behind you. You briskly walk through the halls, putting as much distance as possible between you and that theater of people. Finally reaching the lobby, you just barely manage to catch yourself from falling onto the floor as you gulp in huge gasps of air. You expect to feel relief as your breathing calms, but you feel no lingering sense of dread that only spikes once you finally notice it, as well as its source. You look up, and your stomach sinks. Oh yeah, there's the normal eyes I'm used to. All the people in the lobby area of the movie theater. Everyone in line at the concession stand. All of them are staring at you. And they look even angrier than the people in the theater. You don't hesitate this time. God, that thing over there making that noise needs to stop. You duck your head, avoiding eye contact and leaving the cinema. You ignore the glares of everyone in the ticket booths and the lines leading to them. You make your way home. When you dare to look up at someone on the way, you flinch, the blatant anger, fury, and disgust on their face. You think you start to hear the faint sound of a cat meowing behind you, or maybe a kitten's. Doesn't matter, you just want to go home. You reach your front door and fumble with your keys, cowering from the look of pure hatred on your neighbor's face as he stares at you from his door. Finally, you get inside your apartment, lock all the locks on the door, and slide down with your back against it till you're sitting on the floor. These are supposed to be friendly eyes? What? You allow yourself a moment to breathe. Now home, your heartbeat calms and your fear slowly bleeds from you, leaving you feeling strangely empty. Same image used for friendly eyes? Oh. I don't know. You pass the kitchen and head to your room and slip under your covers of your bed, trying to fall asleep. Maybe it's all just a bad dream. As you fall into fitful sleep, sure to be full of nightmares of glaring eyes, you try to ignore the ever increasing sounds of cats meowing and yowling in the distance outside of your apartment. Ending 17 Black Sheep. Ending number 17. You weren't a big fan of the movies at the new cinema. The rest of the audience might have opinions about that. What time is it? 11 o'clock. I will skip. Do not take him home. Leave cat. Ignore. Watch a movie. Wait a second. Yeah. New cinema. Skip. Back to this. Try to blend in with the crowd. Thinking fast, you look at the screen and begin to chant in tandem with the crowd. You feel the harshness of the collective gaze start to ebb away. The air in the theater becomes lighter once again. You release air shakily, just realizing that you've been holding your breath earlier. You feel stuck. Surely you can't just up and leave now. Not after whatever all this was. The people around you all seem fine now. But there's no telling if they're get aggressive at you for even moving too much. Never mind outright getting up and leaving. You decided to let this run its course. Hopefully someone will come along, right? Or at least turn the film off. You continue to chant along with everyone. Start to feel lightheaded. Feel as if you could fall asleep, but your eyes don't feel heavy in the slightest. Try to look around and gauge the other's emotional states, but you can't seem to look away from the screen. You try again, but you're still locked into the eye contact with the cat on screen. You attempt to physically force your line of vision away. You steel your nerves, ready to throw yourself to the ground if you need to. But your body only gets as far as tensing up for a moment before completely loosening itself again, making you making you lay back limply into your seat. You think you should be panicking right about now, but even your brain feels limp. Your thoughts, a vaguely muted pastel pink, airy, sickeningly sweet, and lucently spun, like cotton candy. You, like cotton candy. You think you shouldn't mind your thoughts and body being like cotton candy either, so why get up and ruin that? It's nice here. You're more at peace than you've ever felt before in such a crowded room. Still chanting, you've never felt so aligned and in tune with another person, let alone the entire room full of complete strangers. You're not alone. Out of the corner of your eye, the person next to you starts to sink back even further into their chair. Then they sink more. Then more. Not like they're slouching or reclining, but more like they're deflating? Their skin bunches up and wrinkles like fabric, as if their muscles or bones have started to disintegrate. Their eyes dim before sinking into their sockets. Their mouth, still attempting to chant, falls open over a cutoff, gaping as the word ends in an awful hiss, final weak release of air. You muse thoughtfully about whether or not you should be distressed at the sight. But even then, the blanket of peace doesn't leave you. Suddenly, from the pile of skin and clothes next to you, you see a lump moving around. You watch in dazed fascination as the lump makes its way to the part of the skin where the head used to be. And out of the mouth crawls a tiny black kitten. Oh my god. You can hear the familiar hissing sounds all around you now, as the unified chanting or chants start to fade, only to be replaced with a faint mewing of kittens. Finally, your voice is the only one chanting, still human, and alone again. Don't want that. You can't go back to that. Not again. Not again. Please. Just then, you go completely limp. Body feels light, but it might as well weigh several tons. But you realize quite suddenly that you can't move. Not an inch. Can't shift your eyes to look around. You can't even breathe. Somehow, the chant continues to creak weakly from your mouth. Two kittens come forward and perch themselves on the chairs around you, watching your sinking body, mewling as they wait for their youngest sibling to emerge from you. Dozens of glowing eyes peer down at you, and as your eyes start to cave into the sockets of your softening skull, you manage to make out the silhouette of a familiar cat perching on the seat right in front of you. The vision finally fades, and as that same hiss of air expels itself from your mouth, last thing you sense is something small and alive shifting eagerly under your skin. Happy birthday. Was that number 18? Yeah, number 18. Happy birthday, complete. You have a front row seat to the touching reunion of multiple siblings at the new cinema. You know what the sad part is? I can totally see myself ending the stream, going to my bed, turning the lights off, laying down, and not sleeping. I probably won't get sleep tonight. Oh, because of that one dog. I'm telling you, it's the only thing that freaks me out the most here. Why? Why? That's gonna live rent-free in my head for the next week. Then it'll go away for something else, and I don't know what it's gonna be. Hell, it might be Silk Song again. Let me see if they responded on... They probably didn't, did they? Nope. Actually, I would be able to tell faster from here. So, yeah. Thank you for the nightmare. Sorry, but it is 11 o'clock, and we have been going for 3.5-ish hours. I have to still try. I'm gonna have to put quotation marks around that. Try and get some sleep, but we will have to stream this again sometime and get the rest of the endings. I mean, we're at 12 of 40. I mean, we got a whole whopping 28 more? That's a lot. I do still have to get some sleep so I can be able to go and work, you know, go to work. A cute dino nugget? I mean, I can raid someone. Sure, that's not a problem at all. I still can't believe I sat here, like, blocking the screen because I was so terrified of the doggos. Maddie, I can't believe you gave me a game that actually makes it so I want to, like, block the screen because of how much I just do not want to look. I rarely have moments like that. Ugh. Okay. There. We now have the raid. Well, I hope everyone has a good morning, night, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you guys all hopefully tomorrow. I do not know what I'm going to stream tomorrow, but I do know what I'm going to stream on Thursday. So, we'll see how it all ends. But with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye! I am going to have nightmares.